LLGs. Thank you for tuning in to Fence TV. Are we still that? I think technically yes. Well, maybe technically not, but all of our stuff says that we are. What's up, everybody? Welcome back home. Welcome to the Fence. Hope you all are having a lovely week so far. Happy Tuesday to you. How's it going, everybody? Oh, you know what? I am realizing, oh, there we go. No, we're good. I'm realizing nothing except how awesome all of you guys are. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Tuesday today. Happy Giving Tuesday. That's right. It's a special Tuesday today. I am your host, Chris. As of course, I am a certified peer specialist, as many of you know, and I am happy to be here today to bring you a place to share your story and be part of ours. What do we got today? We got a new question of the day right up over there. Check it out. New question every single day that we're live on the Fence, so come back on by, see what all the buzz is about. Today, I'm asking all you beautiful people to think of a time when someone gave you something that meant something to you. What was that thing? Who gave it? And why was it so meaningful? Look forward to hearing your guys' response today. Also, we're going to be playing some, what do you call it? What do I call it? Oh, right. Near Replicant. That's right. We're getting back on that action. We're in, I was going to say side B, but that's a cassette thing. Y'all don't even know what cassettes are. I'm an old man now. No, we're on Route B of Near Replicant. We've been making some good headway in that game recently. It's been nice. It's been fun. Formel B. That's right. Mashi gets it. Mashi gets it. So I'd like to welcome everybody into the chat today. We got a mess sometimes. Garrett, Mashi, Agent Pie. What's going on? We got Jenny in here too. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's good to see ya. No pod? No worries. Is that an Automata joke? Are you making Automata references at me right now? So I approve. Please insert disc B. It's Final Fantasy VII, but with letters. Speaking of, have any of you guys tried to go back and like replay like PS1 physical copies on, say, your PlayStation 3 or something? I did this, and I was playing Legend of Dragoon, and it was the first time that Jen had seen the game, and so we were playing it together. We got to the point of the game where like you need to do backtracking, and it's pretty late in the game, right? But in order to do backtracking in that game, you have to put like the discs that had areas from earlier in the game on them back into the console, and you like can't swap discs like that on the PS3. It just like doesn't work. At least it didn't with that game. I keep moving this around because I keep realizing that it's put it in the wrong spot. But yeah, so you can't do that. And I found out the hard way, which sucked because you get to a point in that game where you need to go back. It's like you're on disc 4 and you need to go back to disc 3 to do one of the side quests with all the Dragoon spirits, because there's like 7 Dragoon spirits you have to go and liberate. And I couldn't do that, and I was very sad. I was like, damn, I have to bust out the PS2 if I want to play this game again. This is why the PS4 version exists. Yeah, I guess I could just buy it again, which, why not? I love that game. You should also love that game. RPG fans out there, The Legend of Dragoon is a classic. Took you way too long to buy it, but you're so happy that you own it at last? Yes! That's a victory right there. It doesn't matter when you get The Legend of Dragoon, just that you get The Legend of Dragoon. What a great game. Also, what a corny game. You guys, the dialogue in that game is absurd. It's ridiculous. if you don't know what Legend of Dragoon is and you like RPGs, listen, the enemy names alone are reason enough to go buy this game, okay? You have fan favorites like Run Fast, the ultimate Kiwi bird monster, and Assassin Cock, the ultimate chicken monster. You can't make this stuff up, man. It's in the game. It's fantastic. Do you even Walkman, bro? Oh my god. I had a Walkman once. It was like a hand-me-down Walkman. I was so proud of it. I had a mixtape that I had made from the radio, because I had one of those radios that had like the two like cassette decks in it, and you could like use one of them to record. It was great. I know the last one sounded lewd. That's what's so great about it. That's its name, man. It's called Assassin Cock. Can't even censor that. It's in the code. I mean, they're not wrong. That thing, it tried to kill you. It was a rooster. I mean, you gotta give it to him. You know, that's a W. They're taking a W on that one. No, Garrett's just saying that your username looks younger than it actually is, Mashi. You should be flattered. What's up, Money? Welcome back. Me and Tanner weren't even paying attention to the final cutscene. We were too busy laughing at the horrible voice acting. No, you don't pay attention to the final cutscene. You don't pay attention. You either watch it like you watch a B movie, or you walk away and come back after it's over. Honestly, though, it is a pretty neat looking cutscene. But the voice talent back then, well, I shouldn't say back then, there are some games that have amazing voice talent. Have y'all ever played Grandia? Like, the first Grandia has awesome voice work. Legend of Dragoon does not. 2 years to hit Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've owned Legend of Dragoon since forever. Oh, I misunderstood that. That's too long. That's too long to hit Final Fantasy VII Remake, man. It's okay. I will actually hold my same sentiments that I said earlier to that one, too. It's never too late to get into Final Fantasy VII Remake. Johnny is hot for real. For real, though? Like, is he really hot? Dang. What is... I don't know how to say that one. Thanks, new followers. You just became one among the fence. How are you doing tonight? Join the conversation. You finished Arcane in 1 day, Money. Wasn't it great? Wasn't it great? I was talking to Jen about Arcane, and we have different opinions about it. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. She did not like it well, she didn't hate it. She thought it was okay. She thought it was decent, but she didn't like love it. You know, she did say she liked it. But there was a lot of stuff that she didn't like about it. Like, I think she said that she didn't like some of the tropiness of it, and how predictable some of the characters were, or how shoehorned certain things were. But man, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. The characterization was really good. I enjoyed, like, the voice acting was awesome. Like, very good for what it was. I was not expecting it to be that quality. Animation, we both agreed that was banging. Animation in Arcane is awesome. And then, like, I like the narrative and the story a lot. Vi was always one of my favorite League of Legends characters anyway, so it was pretty cool to see her in the spotlight for this one. But, dude, not even just the characters, like the setting, like the political ties between like Piltover and what was it? It's not Bilgewater, is it? I can't remember League of Legends lore all that well, but it was like the Undercity, on the other side of the river from Piltover. Like the disparity between those two cultures was really well done, I thought. Like it was portrayed really well. It was very cool. I can't. This name it's above me right here. Like, how do I say you? Very confused. Anyway, if you guys haven't yet, you should go watch Arcane. If you're looking for something new to binge. It goes quick. You watch it real quick. I will say this though. Whenever they were releasing it, it was saying that it was supposed to release like one episode per week.
May your heart be your guiding key.
I don't think that it was one episode per week. I'm almost positive that it was not one episode per week. Yen, what's going on? Welcome back. It's good to see you in here tonight. So Yen's coming at us with a question of the day response. Yen says, this may be cheesy, but my fiance giving me the chance to be with her, as it was a big risk for me to ask someone out after I had healed from a bad previous relationship. So for Yen, the gift that they received was companionship. Nice. Did your fiance ever give you a gift that she thought was like really meaningful, kind of keeping it in the cheesy theme here? Which there's nothing wrong with cheese, by the way. Unless you're lactose intolerant, and then I guess you're allowed to have problems with cheese at that point. I won't blame you. Thanks for sharing, Yin. That's really cute. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of amazing. Like, we can get ourselves into like toxic relationships, right? And I would like to think that, you know, we try to figure out how to heal from those and work past those on our own, because we kind of have to some degree. But it's also amazing that whenever we find the right person, when we're like with a good person who is like, they care about us, it's not toxic, they're not trying to like use us, there's no abuse, there's no like it's a good quality relationship, you know, it's mutual. That in and of itself like accelerates healing. It promotes growth. It opens new doors and opportunities. Like, I can relate, Yen. I remember whenever, like, thinking back on it now, it's kind of wild. I was just talking to Jen about this actually, because we have these moments where we just like get really like, you know, deep about our lives, and kind of cheesy about our relationship. I'm not gonna lie. But we were talking about how, you know, we like life before we came into each other's lives. Like, we remember it, but it feels very distant, like a dream, right? Like, it's almost like we woke up from a dream, to like start living life right now. I think we both agree that who we are today as people is more who we feel inside that we were supposed to be from the get-go than the way that we were living before. Not all of it's entirely related to, you know, our relationship, but like there's a good deal of it that like is connected to that. And it's wild, like you guys have seen, from like personal examples of my own growth, just in the way that we do this here on the stream, and through things that you might have seen like in the community or on social media and stuff like that over the last 2 years, where my life has changed a lot, and I've done a lot of things that I've dreamt of doing for years, and so much of it started happening in like the last 2 years. It's wild. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I will take credit for everything that I've done in my life in the last 2 years, but I will also say that Jen and I coming together set so much of that off too, and created like a lot of building blocks to start building upon, if that makes sense. There were a lot of things I wanted to do that I'm doing now that I would have strived to do even had we not gotten together, but through the effects of like things that have happened since we've gotten together, it's made it a lot easier for me to do those things that I've really wanted to do. And I think it's awesome. Like anybody out there who has managed to find a good partner, a good companion, hell, even a good friend, a good friendship, like a close connection like that, will probably understand what I'm talking about, right? That stuff can be life-changing. And this is one of the reasons why, like, what we talk about here is so big too. Like, we talk about connection, that's what it is. That's what it is. Connecting with people opens new doors. It creates opportunities. It allows us to grow, learn from each other, but also through each other. And I think that's part of what life's all about. So, yeah. I got behind on chat here, so forgive me. We're gonna catch up a little bit. Let's see. So, we got a couple more answers to the question of the day. I'm gonna jump on here. We've got CJ, Competent Juggernaut. First of all, hello, my man. Welcome back. Good to see you, dude. CJ says, back when I was doing swimming for Special Olympics, a random dude saw our team practice our dive starts. He came by and gave us a few pointers, and he and I talked for a bit and got along well. A few weeks later, he gives me a swim bag. A swim bag? What's a swim bag? I'm sorry. A swim bag with a bunch of t-shirts, goggles, and a towel. As I went to shake his hand to thank him, he went for the good old bro hug. Oh yeah. Which caught me by surprise, but it was real nice. I still wear those shirts like 5 years down the line now. That is so awesome. I love that story. CJ, thank you for sharing, man. See, that's amazing. So this person like gave you some tips on something that you guys were passionate about and were involved in, and he wanted to like help you out. And then he was like a swell guy and came back and gave you guys like mementos basically of your time together. I mean, like a bag full of t-shirts, goggles, and towels, like that might just seem like stuff, but to you, especially in the way that you described it here, CJ, it seems like they were like symbols of that time when a stranger showed you guys some kindness, made a connection, and left an impact. That's very cool. I love it, man. Jenny says, got myself Cyberpunk today. They've come a long way since launch. Glad to hear that, but it's kind of gone the way of like Fallout 76 to me, where I'm like, I'm curious about it. I kind of want to play it. I most likely won't play it, but I'm glad to hear that it's done the bounce back. A gift box, Yin. Making a gift box to send to you, and you're doing the same. You're sending each other gift boxes. That's awesome. A 2-part Kingdom Hearts necklace. That's 2 Keyblades, Oathkeeper, and Oblivion. You're getting Oblivion. Oh my God. Dang it. I wish I had it readily available right now. That is so cute. I love Kingdom Hearts themed gifts, especially like 2-parters. I told Jen once how much, I told her several times actually. Let's be real, everybody. I've told her time and time again how much I love Kingdom Hearts, okay? But one of the first times that I told her about this, she got us Palpu fruit necklaces. There's a set of 2, and each one was a half of it. And they were like puzzle pieces, they could like fit together. Back when I was still living in Albuquerque and she was living here in PA, she sent one half of it over to me. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Actually, in the spirit of the question of the day, that's my answer. That's it right there. The Palpu fruit necklace was something that meant a lot to me to get. Jen gave it to me, and it was meaningful because, one, it was like symbolic of how we felt like we were like 2 halves of a whole. Like I really felt that way. And also that like it mattered to her the things that I was interested in. Like it wasn't just like, oh, huh, you like this thing, cool, like you dork, whatever. Which, whatever, I don't like things for the sake of other people anyway. That wouldn't have bothered me so much, but it does mean a lot when the things that I'm interested in are taken seriously by people that I care about. And that was really nice. That was a really kind gesture of her. Very meaningful to me. Bashi's answer is never experienced such a time. You've never been given a gift that like left an impact on you? Oh, dude, that's cool. So you guys are going like full Kingdom Hearts. Full Kingdom Hearts here. You're gonna do what Jenny and Philippa did. Have the Kingdom Hearts themed wedding. Do it. Do it. You have the 2-piece Palpu fruit necklace. Agent Pie! I love that. I love you. You're cool. You have cool ideas. That's so awesome. It sucks. The ones that I have, I've worn them so much. Like the chains, I think they were painted black because now they're not. They're very oxidized. I wore it too much. Jenny answered the question of the day saying, a few years back before my anxiety took off, but was definitely building up, you gave me some very fundamental advice that I've used every time my anxiety has acted up, and it's helped me every single time. Wow. Okay, so excuse me if I'm repeating myself here, because this does sound familiar, but I'm gonna ask anyway. What was the fundamental advice that you've used ever since? Because that is awesome. That makes me really happy to know. like makes my heart warm. I don't fancy myself as much of an advice giver, fam. Okay, I only know what works for me, or what other people have told me works for them. But if something I've said works for you, I'm thrilled by that. That's awesome. To ground myself in the moment, to use all my senses to feel myself and my surroundings. The grounding technique. Oh, yes. It's a beautiful one. I still use it all the time. All the time. That is awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Does anybody here know what the grounding technique is? Like, do you know how to practice mindfulness in the way through grounding? You're gonna try to get Utada to sing at the wedding? You gotta look up her rates, man. I bet she's gonna charge you a heart and like a whole destiny in order to show up at a wedding. That'd be wild. That'd be so cool. Mashi, what would be the ultimate gift? Like, imagine if someone were to give you something, what would be like the ultimate gift? You want to know the technique? All right, cool. So Yin uses the breathing technique, which is also good. There are a lot of variations of breathing techniques out there. The grounding technique that I use, which it changes a little bit for me, I've noticed as the years go by, but basically you're trying to tap into each of your 5 senses one at a time. The purpose of it is to like pull you out of all the what ifs, all of the future thinking, the past thinking, and it's really trying to ground you and center you in the right now. Okay? So it's to be fully present and in the moment. So the grounding technique, or one of the grounding techniques, is, so you're gonna, let's practice this together a little bit. We're gonna sit up straight, all right? We're gonna kind of sit up, and you don't have to do it sitting. You can do it laying down while you're walking around, whatever. Just if you find a moment to kind of focus in like this, you can do this. But because we're all hanging out here, let's sit down and get yourself a nice comfy posture. All right. And when you're comfortable, what you're gonna do is you're gonna close your eyes. All right. Your eyes closed. Sweet. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna count from 5 down to 1, and we're gonna do it with in steps. All right. So 5, we're gonna identify 5 things that we can hear. Okay. 5 things that we can hear. And just think about those things. When you've got your 5 things that you can hear, you're going to focus on what the sounds are. You're not going to judge them. You're not going to try to identify where they come from, what they mean. Just think about the sounds. Think about the way that they sound. Try and visualize the vibration. And try to think about how that sound makes you feel as you cycle through each of the 5 sounds that you can identify. And then we're gonna move down to 4. We're gonna focus on 4 things that we can touch. So 4 things that we can feel with touch. It could be the desk that you're sitting at, maybe your hands are resting on it. It could be the clothes that are on your body. It could be the ground beneath your feet. Maybe the texture of the chair that you're sitting on or the bed that you're on. 4 things that you can feel. And then we're gonna identify 3 things that you can smell. 3 things that you can smell. So they could be, anything, like, just focus on your smell. It could be things like maybe you smell just the air that's in your room. Maybe you can smell the wood of your desk, the plastic of your controllers or your television. But just focus on the smell. 3 things you can smell. All right, and then we're gonna focus on 2 things that you can taste. If you're thinking, Vince, that's gonna be weird. I don't have anything in my mouth. That's fine. It might just be the taste of your mouth. Maybe you can taste your breath. Whenever you inhale, you might taste something that's lingering on the air. If you've got a drink or a snack, you can focus on the tastes of those things. Then you're gonna open your eyes. And you're gonna focus on 1 thing that you can see. And whatever you choose, really look at it. All right, take in the textures. Take in the colors. Take in the shape. Really focus in on it. If it's shiny, see if there's a reflection. You've got like a glossy finish on whatever it is. If it's your wall, maybe the texture of the paint. Maybe the pixels on your screen. Just try to notice the details. So, I love this technique because there are so many different ways to employ it. There's no wrong way to employ it, is what I mean. You can... Whoa! About 2 minutes ago, that would have scared the daylights out of me, Maj. Oh. Aside from that explosion, how does everybody feel right now? Post in the chat. Let us know. you are practicing this with us. The great thing about this grounding technique is that it's so adaptable to your situation. Like I said before, it doesn't have to just be done when you're sitting down. It can be done when you're in line at the store. It can be done when you're driving. Although keep your eyes open, please. Skip that part. Reggie, thanks for the host, man. And Lost, welcome back, man. Welcome back to both of you cool cats. Good to see you here. We're talking about the grounding technique that we just practiced. So the way it's adaptable is that you don't have to just do 5 things that you can hear, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can smell. You can do 5 things that you can touch. You can do 4 things that you can taste, 3 things that you can feel. You can mix it up really to your situation. Maybe you're in a situation where there are way more things going on visually than there are audibly. And so those things are going to demand your attention a little bit. Cool. Identify 5 things that you can see, take a look at them, really take them in. Try and just pick them apart. The idea with this exercise is that you hone in on your senses and you really just try to fully embrace the moment right now that you're in and immerse yourself in the experience of now. One thing I'll always notice whenever I try this is that I kind of forget what I was thinking about before I started practicing this technique. So if maybe I was stressed out about oh my God, I have this work project coming up and I'm getting ready to go on vacation and then I'm going to be gone for 10 days and it's not going to get done for that whole 10 days. I have to get it done before I leave. But then I do this technique and then I'm I come out of it and I kind of have to remember, what that was. And it might have been something I was thinking about all day long, but it's great for anxiety. It's great if you feel yourself slipping into a crisis, an emotional crisis. It's a good way to help recenter yourself and regain control of the situation and the way that you're feeling. And it doesn't work the same for everybody, Like I said with this isn't something that you want to memorize to a T. Adapt it to what works for you. But this was the grounding technique that Jenny was talking about earlier. And Garrett was curious, so I thought that I would share it with you all too. Maybe it'd be beneficial to you guys as well. All right. So let me catch up on the chat a little bit while we were doing our little meditation there. Might have missed a few messages. So let's see. Yen, thank you for the invitation. Thank you. Out to New Zealand? Listen, that would be a fantastic excuse to go out to New Zealand. I've always wanted to go out there. Reggie, you said, why are we losing our eyes? And I know what you meant, but just imagining them just popping out of our faces. So Garrett had asked if we use this technique to topple ADHD. So it can help with that because it demands your attention, right? To properly use this technique, you have to fully focus on your senses. So if you're finding that you're getting distracted with the doom scrolling, yeah, you can use this for that. Jenny uses it for her anxiety. I use it for my anxiety. I've known people to use this technique to help them go to sleep if they struggle with falling asleep. Because like Jenny said earlier, she felt very relaxed. Some people feel really relaxed after practicing this. And so that helps them with that too. The way that you're gonna be able to use this most effectively is by doing it, and then after you come out of it, focusing on how you feel. Figure out what it does for you, because what it does for you might be different than what it does for me, right? But when you figure that out, whenever you think about it, be like, how do I feel right now? How did I feel before? Where am I emotionally? Where am I mentally? You know, and what does that really look like? That's what's going to tell you what you can use this technique for and what it doesn't work for as well. Oh man, you had a migraine? Lost. I am so sorry, buddy. Migraines are the worst. Absolutely debilitating. Oh, dude. Do you have that all night? Can we get a cure in the chat? Help our boy out here, man. It sucks, man. I remember I used to get migraines whenever I was working as an electrician. Had to wear hard hats during the whole time too, and God, I hated that. The extra pressure just made it worse. You don't have anything you would see as the ultimate gift, Mashi? You don't have an ultimate gift? I'd actually have to think about that one too. That's kind of a tough question. CJ's in New Zealand. There you go. There you go. You're already part of the wedding party, CJ. So, those of you guys just coming in, I'm sure you saw it already, but in case you didn't, we're talking also about the question of the day in the upper right-hand corner. You can also type in !QOD in the chat to pull it up that way. Today's question is asking you to think of a time when someone gave you something that meant a lot to you. What was it? Who gave it? And why was it so meaningful? Love to hear your thoughts. Lost came in with an answer. Actually, oops, sorry, I almost skipped Reggie. Sorry. Reggie said that, it's a hard question to answer because there's a lot of presents that I treasure. Well, take your time, buddy. Take your time, man. Lost says, I can't remember which birthday, but it was my grandmother, and she gave me a heating pad. It was meaningful because she was thinking about my bad knee. Oh man, that's awesome. I love that. So, your grandmother was thinking about your knee and gave you a heating pad for your birthday so that you could help heal it. That's nice of her. That is a really thoughtful gift. That would mean something to me too, because that's like she's paying attention to what your experience is, right? And trying to do something for you that actually is like, oh hey, not only is this saying I see you, but I want you to feel better, you know? Hope this helps. That's cool. Thanks for answering. You called me Felice. Oh, you called me Sifu earlier. And that game looks badass. I didn't understand why you were calling me Sifu, but I had a feeling you were referring to me. Does that mean that I am badass? Am I the badass? It's pretty badass, man. It does look really cool. I'm very interested in playing Sifu too. Well, what do we have here? Reno Aniki! What's up, dude? Welcome back, Ren. Long time no see, buddy. How the heck are ya? Good to see you in here again. Happy Tuesday. Oh, speaking of, I said earlier it's Giving Tuesday, right? That's a thing. It's a real thing. And Giving Tuesday is, you know, because it comes off the tail end of like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. It's kind of a way to be like, screw you, consumerism, and think about the community, think about other people, and think of how we can give back. We're kind of already, everyone's asking us for our money, right? We may as well spend it on something meaningful, which is what Giving Tuesday is all about. Now, this isn't me trying to shame anybody buying gifts and stuff like that. Far from it. What I'm trying to say is that Giving Tuesday is about giving back and using those resources that we were already going to be using anyway to help benefit the world around us. So most people celebrate Giving Tuesday by giving to nonprofits, giving to charities, giving to things that provide for their communities, right? And so what I would ask of you today, LLGs, is that if anybody out there planned on doing a sub, doing a tip, doing anything like that you would do here for the stream, instead, I have something better for you guys to contribute to. All right, you ready? I should have turned this into a command, but I didn't. So it's coming out in the chat. But I have a fundraising event that is for, I can make it a command real quick. That is for, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it real quick. There you go. I put it in the chat. There's a GoFundMe there for a fundraiser that my organization is hosting, and it is for community support programs in the state of Pennsylvania. So community support programs, I'm gonna give you a little bit of information about them. They are entities that exist to do exactly what they say, support their community. They're typically geared towards people with mental illness. They help integrate folks into the community with a recovery-based approach, using culturally competent principles and principles that are focused on being strengths-based, that are focused on being centered around the consumer and helping people where they're at with what their individualized needs are. So community support programs advocate and do outreach and integrate with people with mental illness to help them identify natural supports in their communities. So helping them to find work, find skills and interests that allow them to go out and be a part of the society that they want to be, to make friends, to get the skills that they need to pursue their career interests, to get the resources they need to support themselves in their recovery through their mental health. And it's awesome. Community support programs are amazing. And what we're doing with this fundraiser is providing them with money to divide. First of all, there's 4 regional CSPs out here. And the money that we are raising is to be divided amongst the 4 regional CSPs so that they can provide a holiday dinner for the people that they serve in each region, which is awesome because, I mean, they're already doing a lot to give back to their communities anyway. They're already providing so much. So we wanted to help them do that in a different way, because some of the folks out there that are struggling and working through their mental health diagnosis are kind of hard on their luck financially. Maybe they don't have the same resources everybody else does, or maybe they don't really have the family support to actually gather and celebrate the holidays the same way that a lot of us will. So this is a way for us to contribute to programs that are going to help them be able to do that. So again, this fundraiser is specifically for providing a holiday dinner to people served by our community support programs. And I am going to repost. I am going to make it a command, which I should have done in the first place. But in the spirit of Giving Tuesday, please consider donating. If you were thinking of donating to me, I would rather you donate to this cause instead. And at the very least, if you can't donate, the best way that you can help is to share it around. The link there provides you opportunities to be able to share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, spread it around. There might be somebody else out there who is, able to help out in this cause, and that would be amazing. I would really appreciate you doing that. So I see some question of the days coming in here, and give me just a minute because I'm throwing this command together so that we can continue promoting this event. All right, here we go. The command is CSP, just like this. Bam. All right. Thank you very much in advance, all you good Samaritans out there. So let me get to our question of the day responses that have been coming in here. We have Reggie answering the question saying, I would have to say my copy of Borderlands 2 Game of the Year edition from my best friend. It was meaningful because it came during the 2 weeks after my appendix ruptured, and it helped ease the healing process. But the funny thing is, I already had a copy of the base game. So in the end, I was able to get all the DLC for free too, and I had 2 copies of Borderlands 2 too. Borderlands 2 too? Did you dance around in your little shoes? Cool, man. That's awesome. Oh, you got a good friend, man. So they were trying to just hook you up and help you out while you were going through a pretty tough time. I mean, your appendix ruptured? That sucks, man. Healing from that is a pain in the butt. But you had some pretty cool games to play thanks to your friend. And even though you already owned the game, you were able to get the DLC for free. And that's something it sounds like to me, whenever you look at that game on your shelf, that's what you remember when you see that game. And that's what it's all about, man. Gift giving is powerful, isn't it? Pretty awesome. Thanks for sharing, Reggie. That's a good story, man. Garrett, you Googled it. Your intention was the same with just a little bit of humor. Okay. Sifu means skillful person or master. Since you explained the technique quite well, you are the Sifu of the day. Awesome. I love that. I earned it. I earned the Sifu title. Well, thank you, Garrett. I am honored. I wish I could have been the seafood of the day. Blech. Seafood. Yin started the compliment train, saying, I know she's lurking and doesn't have to respond, but babe, I love your artwork. And it's amazing. Dude, cool. Complimenting the girlfriend. Right on, dude. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. You know how the compliment trains work, everybody. Share a nice thought about someone above you in the chat. All right, Rin's answer to the question of the day was, I would have to say when my missus bought me a canvas print of us on our first date as an anniversary gift for me. The reason it means so much to me is because when that picture was taken, I was genuinely happy. But when she gave it to me, I was in a depressed mental state. And that helped remind me that no matter how down I may be, she'll love me like it was day one all over again. Oh my gosh. Ren, that is so sweet. I love that. That's the best, man. So when she gave you the canvas print of the two of you together, you were not feeling good. You were depressed, you said. But then in the photo, you were happy. Oh man, what an awesome gift. I could only imagine how that felt. That's so heartwarming. I love it. Thank you for sharing, Rin. You've got a good one. She's a real one. That's beautiful. Reggie, your family got you a gaming laptop for your birthday, as a thank you for working hard. Cool. What were you working hard doing that earned that laptop, buddy? That is cool. Tuesday's over in 7 minutes. You can have it now. Dinner for all. Give the dinner. Give the dinner. Thank you for the hydrating reminder. I need it, man. I would turn that dinner for all into a command. You goober. I'm not gonna do that. You just have another random command that does nothing for people to be confused about. I had so many of those. I can't tell you how many of those I've had to clean out over the years. We can't be the seafood if our eyes are closed. You have to be one with the food, man. Be one with the food, and then you can see it anywhere, everywhere, doing anything. You can see it with your mind, man. No, not. I knew what you meant, Garrett. Which I saw that after I'd made the command, and I was like, "Ah, that ship sailed." But then Amashi was like, "Make dinner for all as well," and just have it say, "This command's a placeholder." It'd be a dummy command. It would confuse the masses. Have I told you how I met my fiance, Vince? You know? I don't know that you have, Yin. Share with us. I would love to hear the story. Mashi, I would love to see your bot for your stream sometime. I bet it has like 400 commands that lead to nowhere. I'd be like, what's this button do? What's this button do? What's this button do? What if all the commands led to somewhere, but they were all dead ends? I'd be so frustrated. Don't do that. It'd be like an MC Escher command list. A dummy command? But it's smart. It's dinner for all. That's not dummy. No dummy. More los smartos. Smartos grande. Oh man. I'm sorry. I have the sniffles. I'm gonna have to mute when I sniff. Anybody hear that? No. Good. Like a rabbit hole of commands, like a choose your own adventure game, but you lose every time. Every path leads to your demise. It's like that text-based adventure portion of Nier, where you're trying to like navigate through the castle, but you just choose the wrong paths over and over, and then it floods and you die. It's rough stuff. That's rough, tough, real stuff. Instead of a dummy command, a dummy thick command. Colonel, my commands list is dummy thick. The clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. Honestly, Garrett, there was one time where you had mentioned how, like, I don't know if you used the word triggering, but you said it was very frustrating to hear the sound of sniffing, which I know. In the microphone, it does not sound pleasant. It's like right there in your ear holes, and it's like, it's just not a fun sound. So I've tried to be mindful of it since then. Not always with success, mind you, but I have definitely made attempts. You're gonna DM your command list to me? You're gonna give me too much power, sir. You're gonna give me too much power! So Yin said that her and her fiance met on Twitch. She was streaming Code Vein, and eventually Why am I talking like cold blood? And eventually I became a mod for her after a month-ish. I confessed and we talked for a bit, then dated for a bit, and now we're engaged. And I couldn't be happier. I love her to death. That is awesome. That is awesome. Do you feel like you personally, like your personal life is more enriched as well as your relationship life is more enriched? Like, how are you a better person now than you were before the two of you met, Yin? And thank you for sharing your story. I love that. Garrett, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I honestly don't know how much that means to you, but I know that it means something to you, and that's enough. And if it means something to you, it probably means something to other people who do not like that either. Like I said, it doesn't kill the fence, but it does. It is annoying for me to hear that too. So when I was listening back to one of my recordings, I heard it and I was like, oh, that's what Garrett's talking's about, man. Urin Varnes sitting here in the corner, embarrassed now from all of Yin's stories she tells. Oh, is it you? Is it you that causes Yin to be so cute? I love it. Thanks for saying hi for the first time. And I hope you've made that corner your own. I hope you've made it just the coziest, most awesome corner that we ever saw here on the fence. I love hearing the stories about y'all. It's wonderful. Yin's always in here talking about y'all. It's at least like once or twice a week, I feel like, when we're streaming the full three times a week. Agent Pie, you and your girlfriend met back in the days of PS Home. Whoa! PS Home, that's a throwback. Dude, that was a cool app. There was so much awesome stuff on that. I used to hang out there a lot. To put it in context, I was in high school when PS Home was like a thing. When it was like a big thing. And I actually met, I don't know how many of y'all remember her, but I met Mimu on PlayStation Home. I remember because I always did this on like social media platforms that had like virtual spaces like that, where you could just like run around and do stuff with an avatar and stuff. I would see people hanging out somewhere, not really talking to anybody, and I'd be like, hi, you know, and just like see what happened. And Mimu was hanging out, and I can't exactly remember where it was. I think there was this like this area where you could like trigger music in like a plaza, and then they had just come out with like a weird like dancey kind of club like locale, and I was like, that's funny. So I went over there, and I think I ran into them there too, but we just started talking because they had a name that reflected their musical tastes, and it was something about Rush and Led Zeppelin, and I was like, heck yeah, I love Rush and I love Led Zeppelin, I have to talk to you. And then we talked about the bands for like a minute, and then talked about anything else after that. Became good friends. It was really cool. Sometimes it starts from something small, you know? She was a good pal. She's changed my life for the better, as I now have a reason to live and treat myself better for her, Yin. Yin, awesome. Awesome. I will say that as your friend, I will also say this. One, I'm going to start off with highlighting the same thing that I highlighted earlier, which is that the right person in your corner and who has your back and is walking by your side can make all the difference, right? But I will also say this. You got to live your life for yourself. You've got to live your life to give yourself a reason to live. Your partner, their role in that is to inspire you to do that better, right? Or to augment your happiness. The reason I say this, take it from a guy who has sometimes in the past placed a little too much emphasis on the happiness that my partner would bring me. All right? It sounds weird up front, but that can spin around on itself and get you into some hot water, get you both into some hot water down the road. It's not, and don't take this as me like shooting you down, all right? Because I'm happy for you guys. But as your friend, in the interest of your long-term health, well-being, and continued happiness mutually together, you both want to be the best for yourself that you can be. You want to derive your purpose from within, and your partner is an augment to that. Your partner is a supplement to that. They enhance your life. They are not the sole person who is responsible for your happiness. Because then what happens? Something happens to them. You know, maybe they're not doing so well and they're not making you happy anymore because they're not doing so well. And it's not because they don't make you happy as a person. It's because they're like not doing the same things that they did when they were making you really happy, because they're going through something. And suddenly you're struggling now too, because your happiness is tied to their role in your life. And the reason that ends up happening and then you start to suffer is because you didn't have that foundational element, that piece that is so important, that fundamental nourishment, source of nourishment from within. And that's the key. If you want a successful and happy, healthy relationship, not just romantically, but also with your friends and your family, recognize that they are all outside of you and they bring you joy. They bring you things that make you feel good, make you happy. They inspire you. But you want that fulfillment. You want that source of purpose to come from here. Because if your answer to what is the meaning of my life is this person over here, then that's something you don't have control over that. And they only have so much control over that too. But it's not just that. If this kind of illustrates the picture a little bit better, is that whenever your reason for living is somebody else, and that other person knows it, they now feel liable and responsible for your well-being. And if you're not doing well for some reason, they internalize that. It's their fault now, right? That might not be how you feel. It certainly wasn't how I felt in the past. However, that was how partners have felt. That was how I have felt about partners who placed that upon me as well. Not meaning to, mind you, because no one ever means to. But that is sort of like, it's a byproduct of placing personal purpose, personal worth, personal fulfillment outside of oneself. Suddenly, whatever we place that on is now liable and responsible for our own well-being. And that's not really fair. You know what I mean? So, to sum up, I'm not saying that it's not good for someone to bring you happiness. I'm not saying it's bad for that. It's not bad for someone to give you a renewed sense of purpose. But you want those things to be within yourself, and you want the people in your life that bring these things in yourself to light. You want them to be, you want to frame it in a way that's like, they are them, they are responsible for them, they make themselves happy, their happiness brings me happiness, but I also bring myself happiness. And if I want to be better for them, then I should take care of myself. I should, be there for myself so that they don't worry. They don't feel responsible Because I also know that they have themselves to take care of too. And yes, I'm going to try to be there for them, but ultimately, like, if they're miserable, I'm not going to be able to make them unmiserable. And if they're happy, I want them to feel like they're responsible for their happiness too, because that's empowering, baby. It's empowering. For us to be able to bring that out in ourselves, awesome. The people around us help us do that better. That's what connections are about. That's what relationships do for us. And it's something that I did not learn for a very long time. And if I seem preachy, it's only because I want to elaborate on this thought, because I find it to be meaningful. It was, like I said, it was something that, I'm 29 years old now. It was something that didn't really sink into me until maybe 26 or 27 years old. That was only a handful of years ago, man. It's wild. Because I was always of the mind, and I'm still pretty much of the mind, that how can love be wrong? You know, like, love is pure. It's beautiful. It brings so much good. But when handled irresponsibly, love can be destructive. And I think I didn't want to see that for a very long time. And it wasn't just me that had a hard time because of that. It was people around me that had a difficult time too. Because I didn't like recognize it as such. Love's a powerful force. It's very, very powerful. In a lot of ways, most of them good. But some of them can be tragic too. So when we love hard. We want to love responsibly, right? Our power comes from in here, man. Our hearts are tough. Catching back up on the chat. Reggie said, I heard PS Home without the M and got very confused. PS Ho? That reminds me of like a YouTube video series where, like, before the PS5 came out, there was like PlayStation Girl and there was like Xbox Girl, and they were both very like scantily clad. And the joke, I guess, was that the guy was like torn between the two of them, you know? That's what that reminded me of. PlayStation Ho. What the heck? A direct translation of the description of my hearing sensitivity, Garrett says, is the hate to some specific sounds. Oh, so it is very triggering for you then, Garrett. Oh, well then I'm glad that I'm working on that. I'm gonna warn you, buddy. I'm not gonna be perfect. There will be some times where I sniff and you're like, what the heck? I'm sorry. But I will be mindful of it. Do my best. I can't tell you how many people I've cut from my life because they actively became a toxic part of my life. I've been there, Reggie. I've been there too, buddy. You know, it's part of the process. We got to kind of learn through experience, right? Lost, yeah, buddy. You know, we're on the same wavelength on this one, man. Ian said, I might have worded it wrong, but what I meant is, because of her, I found wait. I'm just gonna read this for what it is. Might have worded it wrong, but what I meant it, because of her, I found mouse to better myself. Not that she's my reason to live. I think I get what you're saying. The word mouse in there is really, it's kind of adorable. I like mice are cute, guys. I think mice are cute. Like, so you put mouse in a sentence, it's gonna make me happy. But you're saying you think you worded it wrong. You meant that you found her as a muse. Gotcha. To better yourself. Not that she's your reason to live. Okay. That makes total sense. It was because of the way that you worded it that kind of sparked this train of thought with me, because I hear that a lot. This person's my reason to live. They're my everything. And that stuff sounds really cute in a book, or in a movie, but in reality, it usually leads to something that can be kind of difficult to navigate in the long run. And I speak from experience on that one. Again, not as a general rule of thumb that applies to everybody, but in my own personal experience, I had thoughts like that all the time. My friends, I have what some might call an obsessive personality. Okay, so if something triggers a strong emotional response in me, like romantic relationships are wont to do, I tend to they're just, it's in my mind all the time, thinking about it all the time. And if it makes me feel good, then I'm like head over heels about it, you know, whatever it is. And so, you know, I see that happen, especially with our youth and young adults, because our emotions are really powerful whenever we're really young too. Still, I'm no scientist or psychologist. I don't understand the scientific explanations or implications of that. All I know is that's what my life was like too, and everything was super intense. And so, you know, hearing things like that always, at this point in my life as the 29-year-old, makes me think, you know, I feel like it's my duty to talk about these things now because of where I've been. So again, I hope it didn't sound like I was like shooting you down or being a buzzkill or anything like that, because your pal Fancy doesn't want to be a buzzkill, okay? I'm not about to be Buzz Killington. I just love you guys, and I want what's best for you, and I want to share what I have with you, and you do with it what you will. All right? You don't have to listen to me, right? In fact, I hope that you make your own decisions out there. But I just want to share my experiences with you as they come up. Dude, nobody's perfect. I'm grateful for every sniff you muted into oblivion. That was a mighty sniff that I just muted. I could hear it because it doesn't mute my end of it. I don't know that I liked hearing that so much. But hey, you didn't have to. Makes sense. Mouse is a wording for like darling or babe. Is it really? Mouse is? Hey, Mouse. Dang, Mouse. You got it going on. Welcome home, Mouse. Is that really a thing? I could never. Or could I? I know how I'm welcoming Jen home. Haven't either. I've never heard that. Isn't your head over your heels anyway? No. I am reverse man. Okay? My legs are up here. Usually off camera. Buzz Killington, Killian Joy. Take your pick. I don't like either of those things. The second my girlfriend calls me a mouse, I'm going to cry. I don't want to be called a mouse. She's like, what does it mean? Does she think I'm small? Does she think I squeak? Am I a pest? What does it mean? It's not mouse directly, it's more cutesy-fied form of the base mouse word. Oh. My brain's not helping me out right now. I can't visualize what that would be. Can you give us an example? Maybe just really like cheese. Yeah. Oh, mouse, you over there with your cheese? Oh, Mashi's giving me the power. The power! Thanks, man. It's your funeral. I'm just saying. I will be responsible. Not my fault I'm shorter than her. What if it was, though? What if it was? What if you just did something You made a bad choice in Persona 5 Royal, and you're shorter than her. Take responsibility. Killian Joyhouse Buzzington III. It's from a strong lineage of Buzzingtons. All of them are mice. Usually heard people say mousy whenever they refer to their girlfriend. Mousy? Mousy? I call my best friend Mouse. I wonder how... That's hilarious. That's hilarious. If I was in public in Germany with my best friend, everyone would be like, oh, okay. Because his nickname is Mouse. Mousy. Oh, man. All right, friends. We're playing Vidya. If y'all coming in to hang out, feel free to keep hanging out. Conversation's still gonna go. We're just gonna get some fun, good stuff in the background, too. We're playing Near Replicant. Boy, howdy. It's gonna be a good time. If you're just coming in and you haven't done so already, feel free to check out the question of the day up in the upper right-hand corner. Today, I'm asking everybody to think of a time when someone gave you something that meant a lot to you. And then tell us what it was, who gave it, and why it was so meaningful. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the chat. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna share a little something with you on that break, and when we return, Near Replicant, baby. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into Kaine's story and see if her thoughts are also hot. I'll see you in a few. Enjoy the break. And we're back, baby. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. We're getting ready to play some Near Replicant. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I got a refill on the water there. I'm ready to stay hydrated. It's gonna be great. Hope you guys got some extra snackage, some water some whatever it is that you guys like to do or to consume while you're watching some cool streams here. Also, I hope you guys liked that track. It's a demo of a cover that I've been working on for the last week. Anybody recognize that one? This one's for your Toby Fox fans out there. Jindu. I'd hope so. You've been hearing me do it all week. No idea. That's okay. It's my fault for not bringing this wonderful game to the stream yet. You missed it. Next time. So I have been working on, I've been doing more music lately anyway, but I wanted to do some video game covers. So I figured, I was playing Deltarune recently, which is awesome. I can't wait for the next 3 chapters. But anyway, chapter 2 of Deltarune had some killer music, and it was so good. And there was a track on there that I just loved. It was one of the characters' themes. And they had like a boss battle version of it. And so I was like, I'll do that on my guitar. And that's what I did. So I didn't write the track. I didn't compose it. But I did record all of the instrumentation on that track. I don't have a drum kit, but I programmed the drums. I did all the synthesizer work, and I did all the guitar and the bass with my guitar and my bass. It has been fun. It's, like I said, it's still a demo. It's not totally done, but I figured I'm excited about it. I would share a little bit of it here with you guys on the stream, so that's what that was. But yeah, I will share it when it's done. I'll post it somewhere, and if you guys like it, then you can listen to it at your leisure. All right, so what are we doing? What the hell are we doing in this again? Friends, what's up, man? Welcome back, buddy. Hey, how are you feeling, man? I saw an update from you recently about your doctor visit. Didn't really give you the insight that you were looking for. Hope your back's okay, man. Deltarune. Yeah. So good. I probably will still play that on the stream, even though it's not going to be totally blind. We've got enough chapters that are going to be coming out for it to still get some new stuff that'll be blind on the stream. What is the objective, man? Find the back entrance. Oh, okay. That's over here. So we get to go back and talk to our best friend, the Red Bagman. I can't tell you how happy I am about that. I'm so happy, everybody. It wasn't right what happened to him in Route A. We can't let that happen to him in Route B. Okay? We have to stop it.
Oh there! Just tell me where you want to go and I'll do the rest.
All right. Lost Shrine. Rear path. That's gross. Did you say, Money, did you say earlier that Mouse only has interest in Tifa? Wow. You mean I don't have a chance? That sucks.
Lost Shrine's up ahead, just past this cave.
As well as the Shadow Lord's castle.
Feels so bad now.
Let us make haste.
I'm gonna go cry into the void. See, he's fine. Red Bagman is fine. Still hurting, Prince, but the past 2 days haven't been as bad. I mean, that's good. It's the little things, right? I wish you weren't hurting, though, man. Oh! We can understand them now. What do you guys want? Go away, dirty, defective swine. I'm not like you. I'm different. Wait. So his name's Gretel. The dead one's name was Hansel. Oh no. Are you saying he's not like the little shades? You mean not all shades are the same? Do they bleed different? Alpha Codex. What's that one? Binaural beats in your headphones. I think you spelled it right. It's AU, right? Or is it UA? You were very close if you were wrong. I think you got it right, though. Crush ended on Kaine. Vi is now my big-time crush. They can make a TV show out of that. Money's big-time crush. It's great because you cycle through different ones periodically, so that's great for seasonal content. So what, Prince, do you have some good headphones or what? Chris has the perfect Tifa hair. He can be a good Tifa for Mousy, I'm sure. It's now my goal. It's now my goal. He's coming to visit us in January, actually. So I'll have to put on my best Tifa garb and get my my good Tifa hairdo going before he gets here. Gotta confess. Got to. He needs to know my feelings. Alpha Codex is a game title you just made up? Oh. What would it be about? You again. Stop bothering me. Memoir Vice has been taken away. Hansel is dead. There's no reason for me to exist anymore. My life is over. Just leave me alone. What? They're like little children's talking to him. $100 JLab wireless buds with the hooks. Oh, cool. I've heard those have pretty good sound. What the hell, dog?
Ain't you excited, sunshine? We finally get to bathe in blood.
Oh.
Don't talk to me.
I want to kill so bad I can barely stand it.
Oh, dude, Tyron sounds awesome. I can't tell if I like his voice better than my voice of him, but that's good stuff. So, if you guys missed the beginning of Route B, it began with the story of Kaine's background and her grandmother and the abuse that she suffered, and then how her grandmother, who saved her life and changed her life, was murdered at the hands of a giant shade. And then a shade, it had almost killed Kaine as well. And then a shade named Tyron possessed Kaine's body. Kaine had lost an arm and a leg, and after the shade possessed her body, her arm and leg regrew. So that's why they're bandaged. That's also, though, why we are experiencing shade dialogue, because she can understand them, thanks to Tyron. This is rad. Whack. Wound. You'll have my gender transition ready for me? We're going full tilt on this. I mean, go big or go home, right? I'm not gonna win him over with a half-assed Tifa cosplay. In the past, you hated wireless headphones due to the skipping. Yeah. Old Bluetooth headphones were notorious for having interference issues. But I mean, I'll say probably Bluetooth 3 really stabilized things in that department. It's gotten really good recently. Like, I think my next set of gear, like, that I would get, not for the stream, but just for, like, my own leisure that I would also use on the stream, would be to get, like, a set of Arctis, like an Arctis headset. The wireless ones are really, really nice. Maybe it's Bluetooth. I don't think it is, though. It might be. I think it's USB. But for earbuds, I wanted to get these, like, Bose has a nice set of buds that are wireless that look really cool. And I love their speakers. So I would love to get a set of headphones from them too. That's kind of what I've had my eye on for a little bit. Although their over-the-ear headphones are fantastic, man. Their Quiet Comfort line is phenomenal, but it's so expensive. Like, can't afford that.
This is all too easy.
Kaine grew a lot of things that day. Listen, Kaine already had that, okay? Already had that. SW, what's up, buddy? Welcome back home, man. They're headphones I really want and headphones that I can afford. These things do not often overlap. Preach it, buddy. Preach it. I totally get that. I think I've wanted the Bose Quiet Comfort earphones for like 6 years now. And every year I'm like, I'll get one. I'll get a set. I'll save up. I'll get a pair. Never bought a pair. Never did. Never would regret it if I did. But I have not yet been able to justify that purchase. Soundcore earbuds. Is that Anchor? Who makes the Soundcore buds? I wonder what they're going to improve with Bluetooth and Bluetooth 6. I mean, probably just better connectivity, more stable frequency, you know, the usual, right? Bluetooth is really cool now, though, because you can do things like pair multiple devices to like a single Bluetooth speaker, or a single device to multiple Bluetooth speakers, which is amazing for things like surround sound. Gone are the days of needing intricate networks of speaker wire for your home theater system. Although I guess the sound bar did away with that quite some time ago, because they've gotten pretty good too. But I mean, let's be real. One sound bar doesn't necessarily replace the whole experience you get from, you know, a surround sound system. But we're there now, baby. Did you really, Lucy? Well, I appreciate that. That's awesome. That's good to know. That was a fun time. I really enjoy doing the narrative stuff in these games. It's fun just to do a little dabble, I suppose, in the voice world. How are you doing, by the way, Lucy? And same to you, SW. How are you doing, bud? Oh, SW, by the way, I managed to catch Fever Reaver the last time they streamed, and I was like, sweet. I logged in, I was hanging out in their chat, they were getting started, and then I had to get up for something, and I never came back to my computer, and I felt bad in retrospect. But I thought for sure, I was like, nice, I'm actually gonna get to catch a stream of theirs now, which was cool, because we were just talking about them a couple weeks back, and then it didn't happen. Turn back. Turn back.
What's with these guys?
Certainly not your garden variety shades.
Their bodies aren't fully functional.
Say, I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
Oh. First area where incomplete shades gather. Very interesting. Some good news on how I'll talk to you guys whenever we play Destiny again is that Sony is finally updating that app that I was using for text-to-speech. Wait, for real? For real? No, that's awesome. 7 years of nothing. Don't spook me like that. That is super cool. Is it still gonna be as bad at recognizing voice and doing like voice to text? Because that was hilarious. She thought it was cute. She was not offended. I thought that Jin might have the money reaction, but no. Nope. So far, positive reception to Mousy. Soundcore does some good work on their wireless over-ear headphones with noise canceling. Do they really? Listen, I'm a sucker for noise cancellation technology. I want it. Here couldn't care less because he's best boy. That stuff don't matter, man. Your body's your body. It is what it is. You are who you are. The two don't define each other. We could all do with remembering that. All right, listen, I'm feeling a little bad right now. We're kind of beating up these like disabled people. Like that's what this is. That's what this is. They're incomplete shades. And shades are supposed to be human beings. And also they're small. It's bad, everybody. Subcore is Anchor. All right, I got it. I am Miss Smarticles. I have okay memory. Okay. SW needed an upgrade from your Sony WH-1000s? Oh, the battery was starting to die. Damn, that sucks. You must have been using the crap out of them. XM4 upgrade because of the Black Friday sale. My eye was on other options for sure. I've heard good things about Sony's phones, though. Like, whenever I'm looking at tech reviews and stuff like that, a lot of times they're kind of getting compared to some of the bigger brands. Anchor is one that I've been hearing through that too. That's kind of why that was on the brain. But it'd be like they compare like Sony, Samsung, Bose, Anker, JBL, I think. It's a lot of times the comparisons that I see. Oh, I see what you mean, Prince. Well, get that Bluetooth in line with 5G, and then we'll be in the money. You hurt your finger, Lucy. You hurt your finger and you're still on that Final Fantasy XIV grind? That's dedication right there. Ah. Oh my gosh. Wait, you guys had a crazy home theater setup? SW, that's so cool. He spent way more money on that than he could justify. You know, my stepdad, he was always tinkering with speakers and setting up home theater systems too, which would suck when we moved because then you'd always have this mess of wires and speakers just sitting everywhere because it'd take him forever to set it back up because he just didn't wanna. But it sounded pretty rad. An Arsh? I call you Mousy, and now I'm an Arsh? That's messed up. This is messed up, chat. No, they'll make me feel worse, Jenny. No! God. Honestly, I may as well be killing puppies at this point, all right? That's essentially what I'm doing. It's terrible. What? Dummkopf? How dare you? I treated you all poorly. I mocked you, betrayed you, all because you went Gestalt before the change was complete. But after all this, I think I can understand you. I think we can speak as equals. This makes me very happy. I hope we can spend the rest of our lives. What was that? Oh my god. The tinfoil gang? I'm sorry. I couldn't hold back the sniff on that one. I didn't mean it. But oh my god, that's too much.
Kaine, Emil,
The tinfoil gang.
from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Why?
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village. It's stupid.
So you're staging a protest? Fun.
Don't waste your time.
But it just feels wrong.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't have to stay out here with us.
Emil.
You got a super important mission. You can't sleep out in the rain. What if you catch a cold? Besides, I like camping with Kaine.
Why is he such a
Sometimes
good
we
boy?
sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast.
Emil, that's enough. I got a fucking image to maintain.
Not like we totally caught them or anything. You cut the tip of your finger while moving your finger? So you learn to click with your middle finger instead for now. I've done that. I have done that before. Actually, when I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, I distinctly remember having to do that same thing. It's funny. Gamers always find a way. Yeah, I'm with Garrett. I hope that it heals up soon. And get your clicker back. Oh, you still on that Monster Hunter World grind, Mashi? Nice, dude. And Warframe. Talk about a pair of grindy games. You love it though, don't you? I know it. Every now and then the chat stops until I catch up. It's because you guys are sweethearts. You guys are sweethearts.
We seem to be surrounded by a mob of helpless puppies.
I know, Vice. And I feel bad. The Nier is making me feel like a monster with this dialogue now. Yep, everything you do reminds you of the accident. Whenever you injure like your hands, like little things, man, I know it. So I went to a training last week, right? And somehow I got a paper cut like right here, like right there in like the little joint of the finger. And every time I like bent my fingers, I was like, ow, ow, ow. Damn it. Every time I picked anything up, it was there. I was playing video games, it was there. There was no way around it. An image to maintain. A good one, Lost. I want to play Monster Hunter Rise too. It looks fun. Oh my god, that's a good idea, Jen. I don't want a physical copy of it though because I'm that guy. This would be fun to play together though on our forever plane ride. Don't you touch them. Oh. We're the bad guys. Damn you.
What's going on? There's dozens of them.
Stop, little ones. They're too strong for you.
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
That's sad.
Aim for that statue. It's the leader.
I am not their leader. It is I who rely on them. Oh, man. It is they who saved me. Stop hurting my friends. Oh, God, I hate this.
Oh, you're funny. I'm gonna start crying here.
Tyron's an ass. No stream for Thursday or Saturday, no. I am going to be gone from the 1st through the 10th.
These little bastards just keep coming.
These creatures cannot abide the sun. Lure them
So I
into
won't
the
be
light.
back until next Friday. Whoa! Lily! With that sub love, thank you very much. I appreciate you. How are you doing tonight? Eagle, what's up, dude? Welcome back, man. Welcome home to both of you guys. How are you? You recovering from your surgery? Dude. How did the surgery go? Can you remind me, what surgery were you undergoing again? Not life-threatening, but very painful to recover from. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear about the pain aspect, but I'm glad it wasn't
Have
anything
repelled
critical.
the beast.
Good, Lily. Glad to hear that. Guess let's get some hearts out there in the chat. Those are my friends.
This is one stubborn son of a bitch.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Hey there, sunshine. You ain't feeling bad this week, are ya? Ain't no turning back now. You gotta lust for blood. Embrace the slaughter. All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kaine?
Oh, broke my guard. Dude, Tyron is sinister. Drugs are bad, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? Oh! Oh, that's right. This happens. So no wonder she couldn't die when this happened. Remember, we were like, what the hell?
No, you're kidding me.
Kaine!
Move. Come on, stupid arm, move. Oh, man. So he got like paralyzed. Oh, I feel bad. Wow.
Kaine! Are you alright? Kaine!
I fear there is little we can do for her.
No! Kaine!
What is happening?
It's all over for you, sunshine.
Kaine! Kaine!
Man, I love this. This dialogue that we're getting now.
It's Kaine's shade!
With no other choice, we
No,
must
she could be
track her
fine,
down.
Mess.
Kaine! Come back!
She's probably totally fine. Totally normal. Just a normal amount of blood.
Now, pin her down.
Kaine,
Nice.
please!
Oh dear.
I remember I was supposed to kill Gretel in 1 minute. I didn't do that. I was too busy feeling bad.
Kaine! Kaine!
No waifu daifu.
Kaine!
I couldn't hold it back. I can't be with...
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again. As many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is. We're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak, and I'm sad, and I'm lonely. But you make me strong. You're my friend, and I need you. So don't you dare leave me.
All right. Stop crying. And thanks. I'm all right.
Shade's powerful, man. Shouldn't be alright after that.
Over there.
No. Emil wears his heart on his sleeve. Man. He's a good friend. I think he feels more than everybody in this game. I get that. I get that, man. Emil is my spirit boy. I love him. I love him like a son.
And what is this?
I did the thing and bought an Adlai game. Magical Girl Time and all. Nice. Which Adlai game did you buy? They're like, there's a ton of them on the PlayStation Store right now. I keep seeing. They like remastered a bunch of them after the success of Ryza. I've been looking at them too.
Beats me. It's got some kind of writing on it, but I don't know what it says.
How remarkably useless of you. Well, let's go ask Popola.
Lily, whatever you get, you have to share with us. All right, that's the rule. If you don't,
It's a cipher of some
Mashi
kind.
gets you. He attacks you with darkness and then steals all of your fridge food.
Can you determine its meaning?
Not for the overly emotional characters, Mess? That's all right, to each their own.
I think this is the key to unlocking the Shadow Lord's castle.
Okay. I mean, that's a simple enough response.
Here, take a look at this.
Can't tell if okay to darkness or okay to sharing
I
snacks.
wrote down all the words I can understand.
Okay to darkness, I see. Oh, you got Adlai Sophie. Okay.
This fragment
Dude.
is called the Stone Guardian.
Tell me what you think of
Given
that.
you found it in the Lost
I've been trying to
Shrine,
figure out
the
which one
words
I'm gonna
must
play
mean
first.
something.
Because I think I definitely want to pick one
There are
up.
spaces here for 4 other fragments as well.
I don't want to start with Ryza though, because
Sacrifice.
Ryza seems to be like the cream of the crop. And so
the
I
law of robotics.
kind of want to work my way up to something, if that makes sense. You know, because it just makes the experience a little bit easier to digest. You know,
The memory tree.
it's like playing Persona 5 Royal for your first Persona game, and then being like, I'm gonna go play Persona 4. And I used to love Persona 4.
Loyal
But
Cerberus.
boy, does it not stack up to Persona
The
5.
law of robotics probably refers to the junk heap.
And then there's Persona 3, which is also fantastic.
And the memory
Still doesn't
tree
stack up to
might
Persona
be the
5.
Forest of Myth. But as for
Oh, okay, to sharing your
sacrifice
snacks.
and
All
loyal
right,
Cerberus,
all right.
I don't have a
What
clue.
snacks are we eating tonight?
Not a problem.
Hmm?
If we want to fill in the words, we just run around the world killing every big monster we find, right?
Money? That's so funny. It's funny because I thought that might be what happened to folks. I remember when I watched the first couple episodes, I had the urge to go back to playing it too. I like League of Legends. Don't get me wrong. So it's like, it's not a problem, but like, there is at this point in my gaming career, if I'm not going to dedicate tons of time and energy to League of
Oh,
Legends,
splendid.
I am
By all
inevitably going to
means,
get
let
to
us
the point where I'm
undertake
just
a
like,
murderous rampage.
what the hell's the point of playing League of Legends if I'm not gonna divulge a bunch of energy into it? Because there's none really
They're just shades.
for me.
Besides, it's the only way to reach the Shadow Lord.
They're making an MMO. All right, now you have my attention. You know, they have other games too. They have a game featuring Echo. They had like a couple side-scroller games, I think, and they have one that just came out earlier this month called something Throne, something. I think it was something. I can't remember. I think Throne was in the title. But that looked pretty good. That was like a isometric exploration game meets turn-based RPG. Ruined King, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's Ruined King.
It's a dangerous task.
But that looked cool.
Yeah, well, Yona's in even more danger.
But how can you even be sure that she's...
Because she is! Right? The junk heap and the forest of myth, yeah? I'm on my way.
Please be careful. Oh, and listen. About Kaine and Emil. The villagers know how much they've sacrificed, and they're thankful. It's just... they're scared, you know? People can't change overnight. I'll hurry them along the best I can. But can you please give them a little more time?
I'll try.
I'm gonna have to. Gonna have to give them more time. What are you eating, Lily? Jen said, I feel like people enjoy the characters but hate the toxicity of League of Legends. That's talking from having no real experience myself. I think so, if having been part of the community for so long, because I played League of Legends for like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 years. And the game is sound. Like, it's a good game. Mechanically speaking, it's really deep. It's great for the genre. Like, they did a lot of things right with it. It's balanced pretty well, I think. There's a lot of diversity, tons of different characters, and then because of the item system, it makes it a lot more diverse in terms of like your play style, and it rewards teamwork. It's like the ultimate team building exercise, right? If you don't add the human element into the mix. As soon as people start getting like really, thanks for the reminder, Mashi. As soon as people start getting like really competitive, really up their own butts in that game, it falls apart because yeah, people get toxic with each other. So you kind of hit the nail on the head with that one. But people do love the characters. Like, you'll talk about the characters a lot. I love the characters too. I talk about them all the time. I don't even play the game anymore. But the game, like, there's a lot to love about the game. The community is the hard thing to get by. Because so many people just treat each other like hot garbage in that game. And I don't get why, because everybody's there enjoying the same thing. For a lot of times, similar reasons. I have a feeling it's this mentality that everyone thinks they're going to go pro, and that everyone is in their way or are stepping stones to them going pro. No one's going pro in League of Legends. Like obviously some people are, but like, no, man, the majority of us are not. Just play the game. Just enjoy the game. That's how you came to play Fortnite? Yeah, I didn't play much Fortnite to be able to have a perspective on that. Go to the junk heap first.
Popola said we might.
What is that community like
in the junk heap?
Lily?
Perhaps we
How
can
do they
find
treat
a
each
clue
other?
with Two Brothers weaponry.
Hated playing League of Legends, said Lil, because how toxic the community was, and it was like, I'm trying to learn how to play. It's weird, right? Like, even in the lower tiers of play in that game, people are like still up their own butts about it. Because you always get the Smurf people, the people who make a second account or a third or a fourth or a fifth account, and then are playing with people who are brand new, and then they still like talk mad crap about people who are brand new, even though they know that they're brand new and learning the game. Like, it's so annoying. But yeah, it creates a barrier of entry for people for sure. And in a game where communication is so important, it sucks that like you're encouraged to turn the chat off because people suck. It's a problem, man. Destiny community, definitely more tame. I like the Destiny community, even though my one gripe about them, that has been my gripe about them from the beginning, will never change, which is that everyone who loves Destiny hates Destiny. Destiny's terrible. It's always making mistakes. It's always doing, they've got stupid things that happen and broken mechanics, and Destiny's the worst game that we'll ever play for 100 hours a week, every week. You know? Like, that kind of sums up the Destiny community as a whole. Everyone has every problem under the sun with the game, but they play it religiously and relentlessly because it's very fun. It's a good game. Yeah, I hate Destiny. It's my favorite game. Oh, man. Okay, Fortnite players treat each other pretty good. Could be sweaty players, but we never treat anyone badly. And that's what matters. That's what matters. That's the kind of community that made me so attracted to Overwatch at first, because that's how Overwatch was early on. And then Overwatch started getting like League of Legends. And it happened so fast, I feel like, too. Because there was a good couple years where Overwatch was just fun. Like, it was always a good time. And then it got to a point where I was like, I am never, ever joining a team voice chat, ever. And I'm a guy. The stories I heard from the girls I knew who played Overwatch, get out, man. Had to deal with some hot garbage in voice chat on Overwatch. It was embarrassing to hear about, because I'm like, these are fellow gamers, man. What's the problem?
Where'd they go? Get him! Don't let him escape!
Are we gonna die, Mom? My child.
I see something over there!
You're almost grown up now, my child. Stay strong. You must run now. Do you understand? Run as fast as you can. What about you? I'll challenge them and give you time to escape. No, you can't. Be safe, my child. Be safe and happy. Promise me that you will remember your mother. Mom? Mom, wait! Let's go together! Mom!
Here! They're in here!
Oh, this one's sad. Mom, no! Don't leave me! Mom, why? Who's there? Oh. Yeah, buddy.
Who are you?
I'm Khalil. What's your name?
Military defense robot, P-33. You are an intruder. You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes.
Oh. I'm crying, you big dumb robot. I miss my mom.
What is crying? Who is Mom?
It doesn't matter. I can't ever see her again because she's dead.
My creator is also dead. He perished hundreds of years ago.
Hundreds of years ago? Really?
874 years, 10 months, 14 days, 4 hours, and 43 minutes. 44 minutes.
Aren't you lonely?
I am incapable of being lonely, or missing others, or crying.
Crying because I don't want to die.
You will die.
Humans catch me, they're gonna kill me.
Why will they kill you?
Robot's trying to figure it out, man.
I will not permit the humans to kill Khalil.
Huh?
Military defense robot P-33 will protect you.
You're gonna help me?
P-33 is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
Oh, hooray! Thanks, robot. And since we're friends now, I'm gonna call you Beepy. Beepy. Beep beep. That's cute.
Man, there's gotta be tons of machinery here.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can actually use.
Oh, wow. Check this out. It looks brand new.
Hey, be careful, all right? This place is dangerous.
I'll be fine.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Look out!
Huh? Huh? Jacob? Oh God, this can't be happening. Jacob! Jacob! No!
Hold his dang arm off. Wow, that was scary.
The noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't think they were chasing me. They seemed nice. Oh man, it's so messed up.
The junk heap. Perhaps we should speak to the brothers. They might know something about this.
I love Beepy too. Beepy's good people. Garrett, have a wonderful night, my friend. Keep your head up and your heart strong out there. I'll see you, I guess, in like a week and a half, man. Keep it real, man. Keep hitting the gym, dude. Proud of you. Good night, defense robot. I didn't see that part. Gosh, man. This side of the game is great because it recontextualizes everything that we already knew, and it changes also a lot of what we know. It's pretty wild. Thank you very much, Garrett. We'll let you guys know in the community in Discord whenever we make it safe and sound. We got a long day of flying tomorrow. It's like 11 and a half hours of flying, I think. Wait a minute. Money, did you say earlier that you started playing Team Fortress 2 again? That's still got a fairly decent-sized community behind it, doesn't it? And Jen used to play that. I never did get into it. Absolute Aaron, what's up, dude? Welcome back, man. How are you doing? 11.5, dude. We're going to Hawaii. So we're in Eastern United States. We have to fly all the way to the west side of the country and then over to the island. But we're stopping like in Texas, and then we're flying from Texas to the island. So that flight is gonna be like 7 hours. On top of, you know, the 4-hour flight, I think. And then we have like an hour layover in between. It's gotta be super weird because we're starting at like we're leaving, I think at like 2:30 or 3 in the morning tomorrow. Because our parking situation is reserved for like 4 o'clock. Our flight leaves around 6:30, I think. And then like, after all the flying, like it would seem like we're gonna get there at like 8 or something like that p.m. But it's actually only gonna be like 3 because they are 5 hours behind us here. So it's gonna be the middle of the afternoon and we're gonna be like, snooze, you know? Yeah. Lil, you gotta get on Child of Light, man. Child of Light
hey,
rocks.
It's been a while.
It's such a good game. You're gonna love it. Captain Lone Star now. I went from Sifu to Captain Lone Star. I'll take it. Good night, my friend.
You're the little one, aren't you? You've grown up.
How fares your brother?
My brother's been dead for 4 years.
Oh, I see. Please forgive the question.
It's okay.
I need to ask you something.
What is it?
You heard any rumors about shades around here? Not the little ones. I'm looking for one that's unusually big and powerful.
No, I haven't heard about anything like that. But I haven't really been listening. All I want is to destroy robots. Just rip them up.
Okay. Never mind then. See you later.
I like how the dialogue starts off like somewhat reserved and like halfway normal. And then his transition to like full on Bunker Town happens so fast.
Wait!
Yes.
I recently got my hands on a weapon. A very powerful weapon. I thought you might get some use out of it.
Don't we already have this weapon?
These things happen the second time around.
Oh, come on.
This sword has seen better days.
Yeah, it's pretty beat up. I mean, there's potential, but it's fairly powerless right now.
That's a good meta moment.
Can you repair it?
I can repair anything with the proper materials.
If you'll fix it, I'll get the parts.
I'm so glad I decided not to throw this out. I'm gonna need some memory alloy. Only the real big enemies on the second basement level have them, so watch yourself. Also, here's the passcode to get down there. Use it on the elevator.
You got it.
You know, I hadn't thought about this before, but I think part of the reason that the junk heap is what it is probably because of Gideon's obsession with murdering robots. Like everything that we have to get from him is always these materials that are typically like there's only like a handful of machines that drop the material, and to get to those big machines that drop that material, you have to wade through like hundreds of smaller machines to get to them. And then you're not even guaranteed to get the material. So it's like required that you have to rip through hundreds of machines for every one of his requests, which is exactly what he wants to do all the time. So it feels like super tedious from a gameplay standpoint, but from a narrative viewpoint, it's kind of brilliant that that's what we're being tasked with doing. I think that's neat.
I'm gonna need some memory alloy. Only the real big enemies on the second basement level have them, so...
You got it.
By the way, what can I help you with?
Let's see if we can start leveling some stuff up here. Now that we're like done with all the quests, except for the fishing quest, I think, right? It's like the last ones we have to do. So this is super late, and I like already kind of missed out on the whole Overwatch conversation earlier. But I loved that game. I had so much fun playing that game with people. I wish that it was still as fun to play. I never could get behind Team Fortress 2. I mean, I played a little bit. I know a lot of people that loved that game, but I just never got into it that much, which I thought was like, that's why I thought it was strange I got into Overwatch as much as I did, because it's like, it's the same vibe. There's something about Overwatch that just like had a charm that I really enjoyed. I guess I should just pick one. It's not really no real point in, I guess, being picky about it. The Fool's Accord. Mouse was saying that this is supposed to be some sort of badass spear. Let's do this. Is Gideon secretly with Yorha? Is it because he gave us... Oh, it's because he wants to wreck machines. Yeah. I just miss Paragon. Paragon was great. That was a fun game. Didn't get into it as much as Overwatch, but I did enjoy that game. I was surprised it died so fast. I remember when I was playing it, I was like, this game has a lot of potential. There's gonna be like leagues behind this game. Just never happened. You have tiny cookie bites, Lily? From your frozen kid cuisine? God, I haven't had a kid cuisine in forever. I don't think it was since I was a kid either. I think I had one when I was like 18 or 19. I guess I'm leveling up more stuff. We've got, why not? Thanks for nothing, Gideon. I don't think we're gonna need anything else, like, for our quests. We gotta get that memory alloy, and everything else is just kind of like do with it what we will. I feel like I'm missing a weapon still somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. We're not going to be able to max everything out because... This might be pointless.
Come back soon.
No! I needed a eagle egg to max out one of the weapons, and I'm not going to be able to do that on this file because I didn't already pick it up before the child arc ended. Alas. I almost forgot about that. All right, Fool's Accord. Spear with 600 power. That's pretty good. Magic power plus 80%? Who needs that? Oh, here you go. Here's the spear that'll just let you end the world by hitting R1. Hit L1 when you really want to cause supernova level catastrophe. Good lord. Mr. Mime. The Phoenix Claymore. I have not used that one. Wait a minute. This thing? It is pretty rad. I wish it was longer, but that is pretty cool. It's nice that it's not like super duper heavy. I dig that. I don't know, I'm playing around with the spear though. Remember grinding all that stupid memory alloy just to get the worst weapon that I ever had? the iron will. That thing's terrible. All right, we're going down to the basement. Paragon, so when Paragon came out, it was like I was getting sick and tired of League of Legends around that time, and I wanted something different, so I was excited about it, because it looked like what I wanted Smite to be. Because Smite came out, and I was like, nice! This is a fresh take on a MOBA, but it just like, it felt like it was half executed. You know what I mean? Like they just didn't follow through on making it as engaging and deep as they should have. And so I felt like I was playing like MOBA light. So it was like MOBA with kid gloves on. I never stopped feeling that way about that game, no matter how much I played it. And I played Smite for a while. Then Paragon came out, and I was like, this is it. Like, this is what I wanted Smite to be. This game's deep. It's got good mechanics. There's a lot of good strategy. Teamwork is essential. It feels challenging. And then the game died. And I was like, what happened? Dang it. So I was like, well, I guess I'm done with MOBAs for the most part. I still get into one every once in a while. Like we played Pokemon Unite for a little bit when it came out, and then fell off of it pretty quickly. I said we already got the memory alloy, so we like don't need to go to the basement. Can I just not? I'm just gonna leave. Bye. Just go back to him. Hey, buddy. Never rode your elevator. Never killed no robots. Got your memory alloy. Where's the weapon that gives 100% extra power to magic and has an attack power of 1,000? Somewhere. Okay, ready? What's a ship?
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water.
Yay, you're so great, Beepy. You've learned so much.
You have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary.
My God, this is so cute.
You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world.
Well, there's tons of stuff I don't know either. Maybe we should leave here and go explore the world.
Because we are friends.
That's right. Yay, it's gonna be fun. I like this. I like what they have going on. I hate the end result of it, but I like this. Yeah, I know, Lost. I know. Seriously. And it just doesn't get better. Like, we keep getting to a new section and thinking, nah, maybe there's some angle here that we can work that makes us not be so terrible. But nope, we are demons. We are just the worst. I'm wondering how it's gonna be. We're gonna get to the Shadow Lord's castle again, and we're just gonna feel like garbage. I wonder if our perspective will change by that point when we get there, to what it was when we got there in Route A. Money did not like Paragon. What did you not like about it?
Pretty impressive stuff you found. I'll start upgrading your weapon right away. And since you did me a favor, I won't even charge you for it.
Cool. Wasn't gonna pay you anyway.
Well, actually...
Dead by Daylight? So the thing about Dead by Daylight is that, like, it's horror themed. It's surprisingly spooky for being what it is. Like, not because of the horror themes necessarily, but just because, like, I guess that plays into it, but the nature of the game being like a 1v4 experience, it's like, there's a lot of tension, you know? So I guess it's not necessarily scary. It's like, it's just a tense game, but it's fun. I like it. I wish I liked it more, but I didn't find any problems with it, you know? It's a good game. Very well made.
This is gonna take a little more time than I thought.
I enjoy watching people play it more than I enjoy playing it, though. Man, I'm not very good at that game.
No sense in you waiting
But it was
around.
fun when I used to play
I'll
it.
send you a letter once it's ready.
If we got a team
That
of
would be
people who
great.
are all real bad, then we could be bad together. That might be fun. Did it not, money? Huh. There's not
It appears
a
we
lot of
have some
specifics
free
to
time
extrapolate
on our
from that.
hands.
But just goes to show that, like, the feeling of games definitely do not hit the same for everybody. Well, we gotta do the Forest of Myth.
Popola said we might be able to find something in the Forest of Myth.
So, real quick, if you guys were not here when we were talking about it earlier, it's Giving Tuesday. And for Giving Tuesday, we are going to be donating to help give back to our community. And the fundraiser that I've chosen for this Giving Tuesday is for supporting our community support programs out here in Pennsylvania. And community support programs help people that are affected by mental illness to navigate systems, supports, introduce natural supports and integration into the community for folks. And everything that they do has a strengths-based approach. It's centered around the individuals that they serve, so there's no like one-size-fits-all approach to how community support programs provide services to people who have diagnoses. And it's very individualized in that way. But they're straight up like built upon a recovering model in the mental health system. And they're great. They're great resources for people to get back on their feet, to learn how to take care of themselves, to learn how to manage their mental health, improve their wellness, get back out there in the community, and start living lives that they want to live. Community support programs do a lot of great work. And so we're raising money for them during this stream here. We've also got this fundraiser going beyond this stream. But for us today, I would encourage you all to check that link out. Go donate to the cause. We're trying to raise money for the community support programs to be able to provide a dinner, like a holiday dinner, to the individuals that they serve. Some of them, you know, deal with poverty. Some of them deal with being disconnected from friends and family, or, you know, maybe they don't have strong ties to friends or family. So we're trying to help, you know, foster a sense of community for them and give them an opportunity to have the same sort of traditional experience that so many of us get to enjoy and often take for granted. So help me out to help them out. I would really appreciate that. The link will be there all day, all night. And yeah, I would encourage you. I know we got a resub earlier, but I would encourage you, if you're planning to do any subscriptions, any tips or anything during today's stream, please instead go donate to that campaign. what I'm going to be doing too is the subs that I did get today, I am going to give $5 to this charity, so that we're still moving it in that direction. Because the spirit of Giving Tuesday is all about giving back to our communities and trying to make an impact in the world around us. So, just want to put that out there. What else? What's going down? That might actually be all I got right now. Yeah, thank you.
You will forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip.
Don't worry about it, Lily. Don't worry about it. If you can't donate and you still want to help, chat, share the link. Post it on your social media. Share it with your friends and family. That is the next best way that you can help contribute. All right, we're off to the Forest of Myth. This Devil of Hooch tastes good, and she said it's the best thing in the world. I don't remember reading this one. She said we can have some together when I'm all grown up. Oh no! No! Devila can't make our sister a drunkard. We can't let that happen. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to imagine pure, innocent Yona swaying like a drunkard as she shambles her way to the kitchen, thinking it's the bathroom. Yona, no! You know, Mashi, speaking of free-to-play games, I did pick up, well, I shouldn't say pick up, I downloaded Knockout City because it was free on PS Plus. I was like, this game looks silly. I'm gonna check it out. And it's actually pretty fun. Had a good time with it. For a game that's really just dodgeball, it has a lot more going on than I expected it to. Mr. Mime. Lost. I missed your message earlier. So I'm gonna check it out. You said, it brings a whole new meaning to humans fear what they do not understand. Because we literally do not understand what they're saying.
Truly a nightmare.
Yeah.
I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
We don't understand what they're saying. We barely understand what they are. And like how they function. And it's interesting. Like, because of that, we end up treating them as we would anything else that we just try to subjugate, you know, like wildlife or something. But because it doesn't play by rules that we understand, and it seems like as the story goes on, the shades get more and more organized, and become more and more like powerful. We just fear it that much more because our understanding of it really never grows unless you're Kaine, and in a unique position. And Kaine, like, she is in a kind of messed up position for this whole thing too, because when we're talking about it like this, we could say, oh, well, Kaine gets it. She understands what they're saying because she can hear their voices, and because Tyron is what he is and they have conversations and stuff, like, she can probably see that there's a lot of human qualities to shades. Like, they're very sentient, right? But because of her trauma, because of where she's been, how she grew up, the way she was treated and ostracized and hated on and abused, like, it's obvious that if she starts to say something like, maybe shades have feelings. Maybe shades have consciousness. Maybe shades are just like us. An opinion that was not going to go over well with anybody and will absolutely cause her to be demonized further. Not to mention the fact that she is possessed by a shade. There's no way in hell she's going to talk about that. And so it's just rough, man. This whole situation is rough. And then you've got someone, the protagonist, Nier, who is like the prime candidate to be one who is open and understanding of this situation, but because his vendetta against the shades is so like intense, because of how he feels about his sister and how he feels they're responsible for everything that's happened to her, that side of him, those qualities that are so redeeming, will never contribute to fostering an understanding, that's why it's so brilliant. Like, the placement of these characters in this world is so brilliant, because he is like the one person in the whole world here who would have like the best shot at starting to foster an understanding and bridge the gap between shades and replicants. The coming together in some sort of like shared humanity, right? Because at the end of the day, they're both human. But he won't, and we can understand very well why he won't, and even we almost can't fault him for it, even though it looks very ugly whenever, you know, his hatred of the shades does show itself. And we can't blame Kaine for being silent either, because of what she's been through. It's completely understandable. There are methods to overcoming these barriers that, if you take the human experience out of it, would totally work. Logistics are there. But because we are what we are, and because like our brains and our emotions work the way they do, it won't happen. And I'm willing to bet, like, I have not played every aspect of this game, so maybe there's something that will surprise me, but I'm willing to bet that will never come back around by the end of this story. I just don't see how it could. And I'm both okay with that because of how I feel about the characters and how much they resonate, and I'm also very sad about that, because you could see the potential there. It just sucks. It's an awesome story. I know I just saved. I'm gonna have to call it there, because I can't play this game for like 3 more hours, but I gotta get up so early in the morning. But I wish I could. But we'll pick back up on it when I come back from vacation. So guys and gals and non-binary pals, I didn't come up with that. Someone else did. I forget who. But I like it. I'm gonna miss you while I'm away. I'm gonna be gone from, I said it earlier, but in case you missed it, I'm gonna be gone from December 1st through the 10th on vacation to go see my mom. So I won't be live during that time. I know I've been all over the place this last like month and a half. It's just how it goes around this time of the year. But you know, we're still aiming for the 3 streams a week. That is going to be our regular schedule still. I just want to kind of put that out there and remind you all that is like what we do. We've just had a lot that has been sort of keeping us busy over the last month with all the trainings and the travel and the vacation and all that good stuff. But when I come back, we'll get back at it. I'll have lots of stories to share with y'all. And I'll probably be sharing stuff from the vacation on Twitter and on Discord as well. So if you're not already a part of those things, check them out. We'll get the links for you in the chat, so you can stay connected with us. So I want to thank everybody who participated in the show today. Thank you for answering the question of the day. Thanks for hanging out with us and supporting us in the conversation while we were discussing the themes of the games and just putting your story out there to connect with other people. I think that even for those of us who aren't as chatty, I think there's a lot of things that people get out of just having this community and being able to hear what other people are thinking, what other people are feeling, and learning from your guys' experiences. It goes a long way. So I just want to say, as always, I appreciate that about you. Don't change. Don't change that. Lil, thank you for the sub, love. Before I go, what I'm going to do is we're going to go and do a donation to the charity, or to the fundraiser, rather, for the community support program. So we got... Let's see. Can I share this? I want to say yes, I can share this. Boy, I tell ya. One of these days, I'll figure out how to get my web browser to pop up automatically whenever I click on it. There we go. So, Lily, you're paying it forward even though you shot me a sub. I'm doing this because of that sub. And I would have done this for each one that we got today too, because there we go. Number block was off. Because I like this kind of stuff. Oh, I am gonna have to, hold on. I have to do one of these, because I can't show you this. Okay. There we go. I guess that's kind of anticlimactic because I can't show the process, but it's there. We did it. Bring us back there. I already donated. I am donating again. Let's see if that pops up. I guess it's gonna take a minute. It was at 320 before. At 325 now. It's figuring it out. Every time it does that, to like show this little thing here, I keep thinking it's gonna show that donation. Anyway. I guess it's not gonna be instant. That sucks. Now I feel like a phony. I did it though, I assure you. Links in the chat. Consider donating. Doesn't have to be a lot. It can just be $5. Gonna help out community support programs, provide a holiday dinner to people who would really appreciate it. This is all I got for you guys today. Redacted. I appreciate you being here, y'all. Thank you very much. I am, let's see, whoops. Metrics, goals, and all that. I appreciate the new followers that we got. I think they were kind of random earlier. I don't know if those were bots or not, because it was a little all over the place. But I do appreciate it nonetheless. We are on our way to our 2,400 follower goal. We are at, I think that is 22, is that 60? Is that what that says? It's kind of small on my end. Oh my God, what did I do? Control Z. Control Z. No! I don't know what I did. Scale back to window. There we go. That scared me. I thought that was for sure gonna stay that way. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm glad you guys think it's funny. Yeah, we're at 2,260 of 2,400 followers. That's the goal we're shooting for. We'll pick back up on that whenever I come back in a week and a half. Until then, though, you know, it's gonna be a long time before we get to see each other. I am going to miss y'all. I always do. In the meantime, keep the spirit alive. Keep the good vibes rolling, and keep your heads up and your heart strong. All right? You see somebody out there who looks a little down? Go cheer them up. Say something nice to them. Point out something that you appreciate about them. And the people that you love, go out of your way a little bit to let them know how you feel about them, you know? Maybe there's somebody you haven't called in a while. Give them a call. Let them know you're thinking about them. Maybe there's somebody out there who, you know is just doing their best, but maybe doesn't get the recognition that they might deserve. Point something nice out about them. And, of course, don't forget your self-care. A lot of people here are givers, and I see that. I see you. You're amazing people. But give yourselves the same kindness that you're trying to give to others too. I think that is a lot harder for some of us than it is for others. And I say this as a person who has a tough time with that. Self-care is something that, boy, it doesn't just come natural to me. I have to work at it, you know? It's tough. It's easy for me to see somebody else and be like, hey, I'm gonna be there for you. Hard for me to be like, I need to be there for myself, you know? And if you struggle with that, that's okay. Work at it bit by bit. But this is your friendly reminder from me to you to take care of yourself. You know, it's okay to put yourself first because it's gonna make what you do for other people better. And it's gonna let you do more of the things that you want to do. All right? Okay. I'm stalling. So I'm gonna stop doing it. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, DeVito. Hold on. Actually, we need to check in and see what that button counter is at now. Because I believe it's 15. And something's gonna happen when it hits 25. You guys remember what that was? If you don't, we're gonna play spooky games. Yes, I know Halloween is over, but we're still gonna play spooky games. We are actually at 16 button presses now. That's pretty rad. Anyway, as I said before, I'm stalling. I'm gonna let you guys go and get back to your wonderful, wonderful nights. And I hope the rest of you have a wonderful week as well. We're not gonna do a raid tonight. I'm just, Jesus Christ. There we go, 17. We're not gonna do a raid tonight. What I am gonna do is I'll play that demo for y'all one more time as we roll through the end screen here in case you missed it during the break. Again, this is something I've been working on for the last week. It's just a little cover of a song that I like from the Deltarune series.
May your heart be your guiding key.
But yeah, I will see you guys when I come back. Until then, keep your heads up and your heart strong. Be excellent to each other. And remember, your life experience is worth sharing. And be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. And keep being the best versions of yourselves that you are. All right. Have a great night, everybody.